course, the third one was above the age we wanted. And that is why I always tell any prospective adoptive parents, much as you want an age range of a particular region, please be flexible, because you don't know where your blessings will come from. Be flexible, think through it properly, and yes, having a child place is not something you want to rush into. Think through it properly. Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting episode of the Adoptive Parents Diary, a safe place where we talk about everything adoption. All you need to know about adoption, right from the process to life after adoption. That's when you have your children placed. I'm your host, Chichi, an adoptive parent, sharing my experience to help others navigate through the world of adoption with confidence and clarity. Today, I want to tell a story that is so close to my heart, a story of how we came about having 3 children as against 2 children that were approved at the adoption panel. We got 3, yes. Initially, it was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It was a lot. For me, I thought of it that it was a lot. But from then till now, it's been a journey. But would I change it for anything? No. Am I enjoying the process with my children? Yes. Am I happy? Absolutely. Are my children happy and are they thriving? Oh, yes, by the grace of God. So how did we come about 3 children? Now, when after the panel, where we started searching, because like I said, we approved for 2 children, we started searching. They called us for 1 or 2 children ready to be adopted that suit our profile, which somehow we read the profile and there were 1 or 2 things that we weren't comfortable about, so we pushed back. So at some point, if they are calling of they are not looking out, they are looking out for you and they are yet to see what you're looking for, then the agency or your child finding social worker will now sign you up for something known as, I think is a child finding website, where you will be signed on. You go there, you see loads of children ready to be adopted. So in layman's language, I will call it, it's like a supermarket for children, because they have loads and loads of children there. So you just start going through all their profile, reading about them, what there are some you will feel okay, meets my criteria, but 1 or 2 things is that you just keep going, keep searching, until I saw my children. I saw them for, because I was searching, my husband was searching. I saw my children. When I saw that, it was the youngest one I saw first. I okay, this means, because we have age limits from a part. Initially, we said we wanted from 0 to 3 years, maximum 4, we said, and we signed up for early permanence. Early permanence is when you're signed up to get a child straight from the hospital, straight from the mother after birth. The challenge with early permanence is, much as you take that child straight from the hospital, the family or the mother can change her mind to say that she doesn't want to give up the child for adoption anymore. So this child might have lived with you for maybe 4 or 5 months and the child goes back. Do you understand? So that is the challenge with early permanence. But most times, or many a times, when you get the child, the mother has given up the child, and before the child comes to you, the social worker would have gone round all the relatives, people related to the birth family, to make sure, or see if there's anyone that wants the child before it comes to you. So once you get that child, You start taking care of that child from day one, and from being a foster parent to that child, then you go through the adoption route immediately. So most times, a lot of parents, adoptive parents, go through that route. We signed up for that as well. So now, going back to seeing our children. So I saw the youngest one. I was so interested. I read her profile. Beautiful. She was just 1 year old at the time. Beautiful profile. So I said, okay. I told my husband, I said, oh, there's this profile I'm saying. Have a look. I sent the link to him. So while he was looking, so he told me, oh, there is a boy among them. I saw I saw the girls first. Then my husband was one that pointed out, oh, there's a boy among them. So I went there, I looked, I saw, we read. Now, the challenge is, we were approved for 2. These are 3 children. Would the council agree? Somehow, I like the idea. But when we spoke with our social worker said that they want to adopt them as sibling group, because of course you don't want to separate siblings. It's cruel. For me, I think it's cruel to separate siblings. If you can't deal with siblings, fine. I know a lot of people would beg to differ what I've said, separating siblings. But for me, I just feel it's cruel, because putting myself on the shoes of any sibling for adoption, I'm thinking of separation. Imagine me when I was younger and they separate me from my sibling. That would be traumatizing for me. So I don't even want to do that to any child. So now, seeing that there are 3, we started deliberating, what do we do? Should we go for the 3, or should we just leave them and go for another child? Let's continue searching. And that was what I was thinking of doing. Let's continue searching. 3 for me is a lot at a time. We've never had children. Then going from 0 to 3 to me was, well, it was too much for me. Honestly, that was how I felt. It was too much. So the social worker came back to us to say that since we're approved for 2 and there are 3 and the 2 younger ones meet our age criteria, that they can allow us go for the 2 if we can't, or if we're not able to take the 3rd one. And of course, the 3rd one was above the age we wanted. And that is why I always tell any prospective adoptive parents, much as you want an age range of a particular region, please be flexible, because you don't know where your blessings will come from. Be flexible, think through it properly. And yes, having a child place is not something you want to rush into. Think through it properly, because you will be the one that will have to deal with it when whatever situation or whatever anything they come with, you will deal with it. So think through it properly. Think of what you can cope with. Do you want to go ahead with it or not? So, but ultimately, be flexible. So we were flexible. To be honest, I didn't know that we were flexible until we found ourselves in that situation, really. So the social worker came to say, okay, if you want to, we are happy to approve to, because they have been in the care system a little longer than expected, because every family that comes from them, every prospective adoptive parents that come for them, they see the older one, they feel, no, he's too old. We don't want anyone that old. We want to take the younger one. So they have refused a couple of parents coming because of the older one, because they wanted to do it together. So seeing us coming, they felt that was a challenge. So the social worker told us that if we want to go ahead with the younger one, we can do that. That the foster carer has said that she wouldn't mind adopting the older one, because it seemed like the older one seems to be a hindrance, a stumbling block from the others being adopted. So she has expressed interest to have the older one adopted, but she wants us to promise that if we take the younger ones, we should please agree for contact for the siblings, so that the girls will always come to see the boys, that there should always be contact within them, that she wants to promote the contact within the sibling. So, okay, when they told us, they came to us with that, we said, okay, we'll go away, let's go and think about it. Now, because honestly, we're almost moving forward, searching for other children, because like we said, we didn't think of separating them. But when they came with that option, we said, okay, that might be another option. We'd never thought of that. So I told my husband. My husband said he read through my son's profile, and my husband shed a tear for him. He said the boy has gone through a lot. All he has known is himself and his siblings. He has built his wall around them. It's almost like his siblings are his safe place. So long as they are together, he is happy. And seeing him at the time, the foster carer told us he was super duper protective of his siblings. So separating them, when my husband read his profile, everything he's gone through, and he told himself, my husband called me, said, babes, I will rather not go through with this sibling group than taking two and leaving the last one. That will break him. And we don't want to be the cause of that trauma for him. And my husband said he will never forgive himself if he goes through with the adoption. Taking 2 out of 3, that is not right. It is not right in any form, in any way, that he wouldn't do that to the child. So when he said that, I was like, okay, so what are you saying? He said, it's either all of them or none of them. Okay. So now we told, but before that, we've not told the social worker. What did I do? Because I know I'll be the primary carer. So I started making phone calls, called almost all my friends. All my friends have 3 kids. So I called all of them, started calling phone call. How are you coping with 3 children? What do you think? How that? I was asking all manner of questions to see if it's something I can do. To see if it's something I want to venture into. Because 3 children, it ain't easy. I can say that any day. It ain't easy. But all the questions I was asking, the phone call, they were all positive. All positive answers. Encouraging me to do it, that I can do it. And one of my friends happens to be my best friend. She said, see, if you can do 2, you can do 3. Because that is what you know. So say, look at it that way, that the chaos one child will cause is the same chaos 3 children will cause. Yes, it will be double, because I've seen it play out in my household. It is double. But that is all I know. I know 3. So with that pep talk and encouraging me, telling me I can do it, that was what we decided. We said, we went to the social worker, told the social worker, it's either all of them or none. We'll continue searching. So yes, that was how we came about 3 children as against 2 that were approved for. And I'll tell you, it has been a blessing to us. I have learned so much from my children. So much. Now I am such a patient person. Honestly, I never knew I had that kind of patience in me. So I don't know about you. I don't know what stage you are in your adoption journey. If you are the child finding stage, please be flexible. Be open to whatever that comes with it, but be very mindful. Think of what you want. Don't let anyone push you or cajole you into doing what you're not comfortable doing. Because for me, I'm happy. I wasn't pushed. I'm happy. We are all happy. My children are thriving so much. We are all one big happy family. And I know we'll continue to be happy with God being by our side, strengthening us and giving us that wisdom to deal with them or to deal with any challenges that come with it. So if you, as a parent, you're thinking of it, go for it. Go for it, I'll always say. But remember, do what you know you're capable and comfortable of doing. So if you know this video has been helpful or you've learned one or two things from it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Remember, love makes a family. See you in my next video.